Your WavyOcho gonna react to why Rosa Parks sued Outkast. I didn't know. Shit, I didn't know the story, but you about to find out that why she sued Outkast.
In 1998, Outkast released a song called Rosa Parks, named after the iconic civil rights campaigner. While the song was intended to be complimentary, an elderly Rosa Parks was reportedly offended and was taking legal action against them. The lawsuit marks one of the most bizarre incidents in hip hop history, with a number of strange twists and turns. The song Rosa Parks was the second single off Outkast's third studio album, Aquemini. Their previous albums, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music and ATLians, were incredibly well received, and the duo were seen as early flag bearers for Southern hip hop and the city of Atlanta. A favorable review from Rolling Stone magazine saw the song Rosa Parks as something that encapsulated their sound. The bluesy guitar licks and folksy harmonies of Rosa Parks announce Outkast's distinctive style of Southern boogie. The groove goes into overdrive during a clapping, foot-stomping breakdown, funkified by a fierce harmonica as the kick drum pounds incessantly. The song is not really about Rosa Parks herself, but the chorus does make reference to her historic refusal to sit at the back of the bus in Montgomery, Alabama, in 1955. This
Damn.
protest inspired the Montgomery bus boycott led by a young pastor named Martin Luther King Jr. The lyrics in the chorus go,
Martin Luther King
hush
Jr.
that fuss, everybody move to the back of the bus. Do you want to bump and slump with us? We the type of people make the club get crunk. Ultimately, the song had little or nothing to do with Rosa Parks. However, in March of
But
1999,
they titled it Rosa Park. It's kind of like clickbaitish. You know, but I never heard of this song. I never heard of that song. I never heard of the song itself. But like, if it's true, I mean, like, it's kind of clickbaitish. You feel me? Like,
it turned out that Rosa Parks herself didn't see it that way. In fact, she was offended by the unauthorized use of her name. At 86 years of age, Rosa Parks felt exploited and had hired an attorney to halt the sale of the record. Her attorney, Richard Manson, said, Outkast did not confer with Mrs. Parks about using her name or likeness in the song in question, and she views this as the same kind of conduct that she faced 40 years ago, an abuse of people. Her lawyer references the rights of publicity, which means that you cannot just use someone's name and
yeah, like it's like it's to get people to listen to it. So maybe Outkast like wants to get people to listen to it. Like just marketing. You feel me? Marketing.
image for commercial gain.
That's
On
all
March
it's about.
31st, Millennium Entertainment Group, who
I think
represented the
for
band,
them.
filed a lawsuit for $25,000 in damages and for Outkast to remove her name from all their products. Crucially, Rosa Parks was suing LaFace Records and not necessarily Outkast themselves. Speaking also on her behalf was Gregory J. Reed, an attorney who has also written two books about Rosa Parks, saying, you have her name associated with
Huh?
lyrics that contain vulgarity and profanity that she does not
No.
appreciate. And there is some substance to what Reed said.
My,
In Big Boy's verse, he raps about their various exploits with women, and there are lyrics
okay.
that maybe shouldn't be in a song named after a highly respected figure and deeply religious woman. According to Reed, the lyrics were really abusive towards women. The music is
Wow.
fine, but sometimes they get carried away with the lyrics. As you can imagine,
Like I
this
said, I
put
never
Outkast
heard
in
of
a
the
very
song.
difficult situation. Nobody wants to be in a beef with Rosa Parks, never mind an 86-year-old Rosa Parks. They released a statement that said, Rosa Parks has inspired our music and our lives since we were children. The opportunity to use our music to help educate young people about the heroes in the African American community is one of the responsibilities we feel we have as music artists. It wasn't, nor ever has been, our intention to defame a woman who we consider a role model and a civil rights pioneer. We hope to be able to work out the situation amicably. Outkast lawyer Conrad Millett then said something interesting and implied that it was people around Rosa Parks who had convinced her it was offensive, reading, Outkast have conveyed to me their deep dismay that representatives of Mrs. Parks have somehow convinced her that their release of the track Rosa Parks has dishonored her and that Outkast has commercially exploited her name. And Conrad Millett wasn't just some random attorney either. He personally knew Rosa Parks, who was a colleague of his while working for Congressman John Conyers Jr., who founded the Congressional Black Caucus. He said, Mrs. Parks and I were on the congressman's staff at the same time. I can assure you that I would not have taken this case unless I was sure that Millennium's position on this issue was dead wrong. His defense was that Outkast were protected by the First Amendment and the case was dismissed. However, Rosa Parks' team had plans to appeal this verdict. In the year 2000, the same year that Outkast released their album Stankonia, it was revealed that Rosa Parks' appeal would be led by Johnny Cochran. Cochran is best known for the defense and criminal acquittal of O.J. Simpson, and by all accounts, a very good attorney. One of the strangest accusations leveled against Outkast is that they cost Rosa Parks a lot of money. In 1995, a gospel album called A Tribute to Rosa Parks was released. It contained songs by Yolanda Adams, Sounds of Blackness, and Shirley Caesar. It sold 1 million copies, but Parks' lawyers said it would have sold a lot more had her name not featured on the title of an Outkast song. Eric Parker, then music editor at the hip-hop magazine Vibe, told the Washington Post, "I don't see any way that that could be possible. I don't think anybody who was hoping to buy her record bought this one by accident. This one gets sold in the hip-hop section, and the other one's in gospel. It doesn't seem to make much sense at all." It's a clever title, being that the hook is everybody moved to the back of the bus, but it didn't contribute to the overall record sales. If anything, it was a clever title for Rosa Parks. It would have sold just as well no matter what they titled it. In 2003, Outkast released their 5th studio album, Speaker Box: The Love Below, and songs like Hey Ya and Roses.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that Hey Y'all song. Y'all heard of the Hey Y'all song? Let me know, bro. Hey y'all, hey y'all. I feel like the Hey Y'all song, like, it was a funny song, like, but I don't think it's like it. I think that song is different from the other songs that they used to do. You know, the Hey Y'all song is mad different. It's not a hip hop song or rap song. Hey Y'all is not a rap song. If y'all know what I mean. If y'all listen to that song, y'all know Hey Y'all is not a rap song. But it was a good song, dog.
And yes, you're getting booed if your stuff don't not get down. And yes, you're getting sued by women who didn't get up out their seats on the bus. And feed, shoot, and rust. And be in is a must, and we shouldn't lust, but we do. And by now, you're probably wondering why I haven't used any quotes from Rosa Parks about this song. Well, that's because there aren't any. This silence added to the speculation that Rosa Parks didn't care or wasn't even paying attention to know about this song, and that it was the people around her who were calling the shots.
But like people like people around her seem like
questions over whether those representing the civil rights pioneer are doing an adequate job.
people around us sue Outkast.
About protecting Parks' legacy, this lawsuit was now asking for a monumental figure in damages. This figure, according to the New York Times, was $5 billion. LaFace Records was a subsidiary of Sony, so this figure was outrageous, but still technically something their opponents had their capacity to pay out. And curiously, Gregory Reed was fined $1,000 for failing to produce documents related to the Outkast lawsuit. The Detroit Free Press requested that Rosa Parks' medical records be made public, and this would reveal whether she was capable of ordering legal lawsuits. It was public knowledge by then that she had dementia, but it wasn't clear when she was officially diagnosed. Her medical records revealed that she had dementia since 2004, so people were clearly acting on her behalf at least since that date. More importantly, she wasn't diagnosed prior to when the first lawsuit was filed, as this would have definitely concluded that she wasn't in any way involved. Nonetheless, asking for $5 billion was completely out of character. A member of Rosa Parks' family released very revealing comments. Rhea McCauley, Rosa Parks' niece, said, "I'm not a doctor, but I know, dementia or not, my auntie would never, ever go to this length to hurt some young artist trying to make it in the world. As a family, our fear is that during her last days, Auntie Rosa will be surrounded by strangers trying to make money off of her name." Outkast had unknowingly added further fuel to the flames of an inheritance dispute involving Rosa Parks. Parks didn't have any children of her own, and in 1998, the very year Outkast released a song about her, Rosa wrote her will. Rosa Parks wasn't a very wealthy woman and lived very modestly, but her position as a historical figure was bound to bring in money in later years through royalty. When she passed away, all of her possessions would essentially become historical artifacts and memorabilia. In her will, she allocated 10% of her estate to her nieces and nephews, and a 90% stake to her good friend Elaine Steele. Steele was a close personal friend of Rosa Parks since the 60s. Towards her latter years, Steele became her primary caregiver. In 1987, Parks and Steele co-founded the Rosa and Raymond Parks Institute, named after her and her late husband. So continue her legacy after her death, much to the dismay of some of her extended family
Mm,
members. Thankfully, though, in 2005 a
alright.
settlement was reached. The song Rosa Parks would still be available, but the record company promised to sponsor projects educating young people about Rosa Parks' life. Later that year, Rosa Parks sadly passed away. 2005 also
Rest in
marked the
peace, Rosa
50th
Park.
anniversary when
R.I.P.
Rosa Parks
to
sat
Rosa
down on a
Park.
bus in Montgomery, Alabama. In the wake of her passing, Reverend Jesse Jackson said, "We rejoice in her legacy, which will never die. In many ways, history is marked as before and after Rosa Parks. She sat down in that order, we all might stand up, and the walls of segregation came down. Paradoxically, her imprisonment opened the doors to our long journey to freedom." At the time, there were worries that this lawsuit might blemish her legacy, but thankfully, that hasn't been the case, as most people don't even really know that this ever happened. Make sure to subscribe for more.
Okay, that's the vid. Yeah, bro. For hearing this, it seemed like Rosa Parks didn't care, bro. It seemed like Rosa Parks wasn't really paying attention, because she's old at the time. She's 80 something years old at the time. You feel me? I think she wasn't listening to the song. I feel like the people around her listen to that song, maybe find it disrespectful, but her, I don't think she even listened to that song. You feel me? And Outkast, I feel like they used her name for the song, like to get people to like listen to it, to feed people in. Like, you feel me? It's called marketing. Like, that's what you gotta do. To get people to mad people to listen. So yeah, bro. Let me know what y'all think about this lawsuit. And let me know what y'all think about Rosa Parks. And also comment down below what is your favorite Outkast song. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibe. Whatever you're checking out, you are.